MongooseJake here to do the next and long-awaited episode of my overlooked and underrated blaster series. And this time we're going to look at the Buzz Bee Tyrant. Now, this is a series where I take a look back at blasters that I think don't get enough attention for what they were. And this is all my own personal opinion. And in that personal opinion, I do believe this was the best mega firing blaster ever made. I know. You're going to have a different opinion on that, but hear me out. This was a very standard format. Top prime, spring powered, mag fed. That's a winning combination with a lot of blasters. Think the Recon, the Retaliator, the Recon Mark II, the Delta Trooper, the Alpha Trooper, the Elite Alpha Trooper, Buzz Bee's own Champion, Reaper, Tactical Storm, Thermal Hunter. Well, Thermal Hunter's a pump grip, but still, spring-powered, mag-fed. But keeping with the top prime, then you have the Night Attack. You've got what I consider to be the best of the best mag-fed, top-slide, prime, spring-powered pistols, the Revolution. And this is keeping with that. Top prime, spring power, mag-fed. Winning combination. No matter what brand you're looking at, Nerf or Buzz Bee, well, and we gotta wait for the others to kind of get going with that. But top primers have been a very, very commonplace sight. I mean, again, going back to the Recon being one of the first real big sellers, and big for the modding community. But the Tyrant, it pulled that off in a, obviously oversized package. I mean, look at that. Look how big that thing is. And what you're hearing is a sling point that I added. But this thing came with a truly functional 12-round mag. Spring power, good performance even with stock. And it's very, very easy to modify. Look at my recent Tyrant mod. I did well, actually it's still sitting over here on my workbench. There. Uses a Rotofury spring. You can put what ends up being a slightly cut down long shot spring in here, or if you want to, a stretched Retaliator spring. Your choice. Accepts a lot of springs. And here's the thing. That one I actually had showcased with a Centurion magazine in it. It accepts the Nerf magazine. This magazine works in the Centurion. And hopefully in the upcoming Motor Strike. But what you had was a truly functional blaster. That, at the time, I mean, yeah, I got my Centurion right here. I like the Centurion for what it is. It's a fun, oversized, kind of goofy blaster. I mean, it has its issues, but it works as well. But this works far better. It also costs a lot less. At full retail, this thing was priced at half of what the Centurion sold for. So why in the world did this not sell better? That all came down to marketing. Nerf pushed their name. This was by far the superior blaster to the Centurion. I don't care if you like the Centurion or not. I do. I like it, but I love this. And when they're both out at the same time, that costs double. Came with a 6-round mag. This came with a 12-round mag. This came with double the darts that the Centurion came with, and at half the price. So why in the world did this not take off? Because it's still, I mean, that has a big, imposing look to it, and it has a huge box on the shelf. However, this performed better. It's also easier to use, easier to work on, more reliable, feeds better, shoots better. Everything about this was better, and at a lower price. And you could buy magazines. I mean, you could actually buy magazines. Buzz Bee would sell them to you. Yeah, all you had to do is contact them. They sent you an order form, and in true old-fashioned style, you sent that order form back with checked off what you wanted to get with a check, and an actual paper check, and then a couple weeks later, here comes your stuff. Because it was shipped out of their warehouse there in New Jersey. And they still do that even now. All you have to do is contact them, they'll send you an updated one. And unfortunately, these aren't on it anymore. But you still can get that service from them. So with better performance, better actual reliability, better function, even down to better customer service. Because I don't care if you're a Nerf fan or not, Buzz Bee's customer service blows the doors off of all the other companies. A big part of why I'm such an endorser of them is because I personally have dealt with them as a customer before I was a YouTuber. And they're fantastic to deal with. You actually call and talk to a person who's there at their office in New Jersey, and you deal with them, and then they will send you what you need parts-wise. That's old-fashioned customer service that you just don't get from the other companies. So with all of that, this to me definitely was probably the most underrated mega firing blaster ever. And its little brother, the Boss, is a close runner-up in that category. I may do a whole separate video on the Boss. I think I will, just to keep it within time frame, because you guys know. Well, I should say you guys and gals. I do have some ladies that watch me. I can talk when it comes to Buzz Bee stuff. I can keep talking because I genuinely enjoy it, and I hope at least some of you out there find that same enjoyment with it. Because as I see my desire for the new Nerf offerings go lower, lower, lower with every year, I keep turning back to my old favorites. And in that, when something that was introduced now, like 7 years ago, I think the one I'm holding here is the 2015, so this one's 5 years old. 5 years old, and this still ranks as the best, in my opinion. Buzz Bee did something right. I just wish they could have put a stock on it. They could have re-released it with a new updated color scheme. And I've talked to them about that, and I would love to see them do that. Give their Air Max line a second go. And that's going to be a whole other video, so we're going to cut it off here. And I'm just going to say, if you want one of the best performing spring-powered mega blasters, easy to tinker with, ultra easy to paint, these panels, these are screwed on. These are popped in with some little tabs that you just squeeze and push out. Paint the shell one color, paint the panels another, and oh yeah, this isn't solvent welded. There's nothing solvent welded on this blaster. That's a piece. This is a two-part piece that you don't actually have to take apart. You can if you want. And nice big chunky grip. Add a stock attachment point. It's got a sling point here and here and here. Easy to get to mag release. All you gotta do is, it's ambidextrous right there. So prime, release, 12 round mag. Go get a couple more. And yes, it will accept the Nerf Centurion mag if you can't find any of the Buzz Bee. And it's got a good thud there from that big plunger tube. The Tyrant, the best mega blaster, in my opinion, that was ever made, and never got the love it deserved. This is MongooseJake with my thoughts on the Tyrant. Hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for the next one, which is probably going to be featuring its little brother. But again, hope you enjoy this, and thanks for watching.